Going to record. Well, hello everybody. I am Pauline Lucas. I'm a physical therapist in the Arizona location, and I have been teaching mindfulness meditation for, God, I think now maybe 13 years, 14 years, something like that. And it started with the Asian diversity group, believe it or not. They invited me to teach a class, and somehow it's kept going. And so it was always in person from the Scottsdale campus. And then with the pandemic, we moved it to virtual. And that has had its benefits and of course its drawbacks too, but it does make things easier and a little more flexible really for all of us. I am so glad you're here. I see you have a really nice turnout. And first of all, I really hope you had wonderful holidays, whatever they look like. Maybe it was you with your fuzzy socks, just watching TV with a glass of wine or something. Or maybe you had spent it with like all your relatives, maybe you traveled, maybe you stayed home. Whatever it was, I hope it was good for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I stayed home, my kids were not traveling. One is a resident, so there's no flexibility there. And so I had like a quiet Christmas and it was just amazing. I loved it. I just spent it with friends and, you know, I had to go to a beautiful church service and it was just delightful. And we did a virtual Zoom Christmas with the kids. Why not, right? And my vacation is starting now, and tomorrow I'm off to California, spending a few days just in an Airbnb by the beach, and then I'm going to a meditation retreat for about 4 days. And so that's how I start my new year. Anyway, so of course the focus today is on what do you want in 2025? And maybe still like letting go of what you didn't want in 2024, embracing the lessons you've learned, and then letting it go. Like, what is it you can just unburden yourself with? You know, I love the idea of like, stop pushing yourself and, you know, maybe accepting yourself more this year. Just not having all these really high expectations. Let me turn off my, okay, there you go, focus mode. And so, you know, or maybe it is like, hey, you know, I could up-level my taking care of myself. Or maybe I can rest more. Like, where can I find more rest? Because we live in a society that is about doing more, accomplishing more. How many certificates can you get? And I'm guilty of that one. I used to be. I'm done with that. And then, you know, like always demanding more of ourselves. And it really adds to our stress level. And I'm not saying don't demand anything of yourself, but really be deliberate about it, right? Like, where do you want your time to go? Where do you want your attention to go? And that's really where my word or my focus is. At first I wanted to say the word discipline, but I don't like the word discipline. That's just so harsh. That's not what I wanted. But I thought I really want to focus on what it is I want to focus on. Like, I really want to live in integrity with what I believe is important, and I really focus on actually spending the time and the energy on that. And so in the shower today, I said commitment. That's what it is. I think that's what it is. Or loyalty. Like, what is my top 3 of things that I prioritize in my life? And can I actually show that to myself by giving that the most attention? You know, instead of saying, oh, my spiritual practice is absolutely most important, but instead I'm scrolling whatever and watching TV hours of the day. You know, that's not in alignment. And then you feel bad about yourself. So really thinking like, what is actually important? And I actually recommend you do it if you don't normally do it. But I actually typically grab a poster board and I really write down like, what's my number one? And my number one is my spiritual practice, is my connection with God. You know, that is number one, because from there I can do all these other things. And then the second one for me is staying healthy. And the third one is, you know, being here for the people that I serve or that I play a role in their life, my family, my patients, you all, you know, that's my third. But if I don't have my number 1 and 2 taken care of, I'm not going to be worth all that much for those that I want to serve. And so, and then there's some 4, 5, 6s, but those top 3 really important. And how do I live my life in more alignment with that? And so for me, that is every morning, and this is really what's not easy, 4:40 in the morning, to get up and meditate, you know, and do these things that I believe are really important and are helping life and helping my life to actually do those and not make excuses sometimes. Like, you know, it's kind of cold outside the bed. It's much warmer inside the bed. I think I need a little more sleep, you know? And then I also love, I don't remember who said it, but to really be more in tune with the body and honor the body. Really honor what is it the body needs. And even if, you know, whatever magazine you read or whoever you follow tells you to do, that might not be for you. You know, maybe your body doesn't need CrossFit, it needs yoga more. Or maybe it doesn't need yoga, it actually needs a little more CrossFit. You know, or maybe you need walking instead of running, or the other way around. Like, what do we really need? And how does that connect with meditation? Well, when you meditate on a regular basis, you become more in tune with what your body is trying to tell you. Because for some people, it's very hard to actually be in tune with their body, to let alone honor it. Like, if you don't even know what your body's trying to tell you, how do you respond to your body? And I know that, and probably Selene knows that, because Selene's also a physical therapist. We meet a lot of people who are literally so disconnected from their body, they have no idea. And so when we do these practices, breath awareness, body scans and everything, we really start becoming more in tune with our body. You know, we are not as distracted. And ideally, we are somewhat in tune with our body all day long. Even in the midst of teaching, I can still have awareness of my body and notice, am I tensing? Am I clenching? Am I holding my breath? Can I soften? Can I relax a bit more? So I'm inviting you to consider that as well, you know, like not just in your meditation practice, but also in your day-to-day, in your meetings, for example. Can you notice your body? Can you notice your breath? So keep connecting with your body as it is giving you signals. So let's get meditating. That was enough talking. If you need to stretch for a moment, I'm not guiding a stretch today, but if you would like to stretch, if you need to just reach out a bit with your arms overhead, or just pull your arms back, or circle your shoulders, or stretch your neck, go for it. Thank you for those who have their cameras on. I love seeing that there's actually real people here and not just little squares with names. And I understand that not everybody can have that option. So get yourself, once you're done with the stretches you need to do, get yourself comfortable in your chair. If you need to lie down and have the opportunity, you can always do that, but there is a risk of falling asleep. So keep that in mind. If that's your goal, I'd say go for it. So feet are flat on the floor unless you sit cross-legged. Place your hands in a position that you find comfortable. And that can be hands on top of each other, maybe a prayer position of your hands, and then resting them on your lap, maybe resting on your armrests, wherever you like your arms to be. And then allow your eyes to close, or just gaze down and off into the distance, kind of staring at your desk or at your keyboard. And to start by taking 3 very deliberate, calm, longer than usual breaths. Ideally in and out through the mouth, the nose. But if you feel like you need to just give a big old sigh, just breathe out through your mouth. 3 long breaths. At the end of that 3rd breath, allow your breath to resume its natural pace. And as we're quieting down here, we might become more attuned to the sounds that are around us. Perhaps the sounds of your computer, sounds of the body. Maybe there's people around you. Maybe you're sitting somewhere where you can hear outdoor sounds, birds. I can hear some landscapers in our neighborhood. Allow all those sounds to be there and don't even worry exactly where they come from. Just notice that they are just vibrations coming to your ears. There was a time that I wanted everything to be still and quiet, and that wasn't always realistic. And then it becomes a stressor. So by just simply accepting whatever sound is there, then we can actually meditate. And feeling the body as you're sitting or lying down. Feeling the face. And notice, is the face soft? Is there any tension that is unnecessary that you can let go of? And can you feel your shoulders and allow them to relax away from the ears? And if you're not sure, you can always hike them up for a moment and then drop them down again. And then feeling the arms, the upper arms, elbows, forearms, and the hands. And just notice, where can you soften? Where can you relax? Can you let them fully be supported by your chair or by your legs? And feeling the chest. Feel the gentle expansion and contraction or recoil with your breathing. Perhaps you can feel the gentle beating of your heart. And as the lungs fill with air, you might notice how the ribs expand a little bit sideways, especially at the bottom, right above the waist. And with the out breath, you feel the ribs sinking back down again. And then feeling the belly, allow the belly to be soft and relaxed. No need to suck it in. And allow the belly to expand a bit as we're breathing in. And then feel the recoil as we're breathing out. Allowing the belly to be soft. And then feeling the pelvis and the hips. Notice if the buttocks are clenching, and if so, can you let them go? Relax. Almost feeling a sense of sinking into the seat. You might even feel when you're breathing in that you're breathing in all the way into the pelvic bowl. And then feeling the thighs as they're resting on the chair. Letting go of any unnecessary tension. And the lower legs and knees. And then the feet on the floor, feeling the sensations of pressure or sensations of the socks you're wearing, the heel, forefoot, and the toes. Allow the body to be at ease, taking full advantage of the floor and the chair supporting you. Just relax back into the seat. Now, as we're going to move to the next part of our practice, think of one word that might represent what your intention is for this coming year, of something or something you want to experience. Maybe it's health, maybe it's rest, maybe it's strength, whatever it is. Maybe it's adventure, curiosity. And if you're not really sure, just come up with a word or make it relaxation. You can always do this again on your own using a word that you've really taken some time to identify. And I'm going to invite you to take a normal, calm breath in, feeling the expansion of yourself. And on your out breath, you say to yourself, I am healthy, or whichever word you chose. Or I am rested, or I am energized. So just think of one word. On your in-breath, you just feel that gentle expansion. And on your out-breath, you mentally say this to yourself, I am, and whatever your word is. And you might, at the same time when you say that, even have an image of yourself or a sensation of what it feels like to embody that. Like, what does it feel like to be healthy? What does it feel like, and what would it look like? What would your life look like when you're strong or rested? Don't give it a lot of effort. Simply allow things to come to you. Allow the image to just pop up in your mind. There's no right or wrong here. The body staying relaxed, the breath staying effortlessly natural. Another way to do it is mentally say I am on the in-breath, and then your word or your image on the out-breath. And we'll do this for just a few more minutes. Keeping the body relaxed. Just allow these images or the word to come to you. Keep practicing for just a little longer, keeping the focus with I am and whatever quality comes to you, whatever quality you would wish to focus on. And then when you feel that that's complete, you can release that mantra that we created, the words that you were mentally saying, and simply keep some awareness with the breath and the sensations of breathing. Continuing to allow yourself to relax. And anytime the mind wanders, gently bring it back to this moment. Always staying kind to yourself. And as you're still relaxing, I am going to read a poem to you. And this is by John O'Donoghue, and it's called For a New Beginning. And it is, it's just kind of a inspiring, exciting poem. In out-of-the-way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you are ready to emerge. For a long time it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the gray promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered would you always live like this? Then the delight, when your courage kindled and out you stepped onto new ground. Your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure, hold nothing back, learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. Allow yourself to take a deep breath in and a complete breath out. Rub your hands together vigorously until they feel nice and warm. And then gently place them over your eyes. If you have glasses on, you can just hover them over your glasses, or you can take your glasses off, your choice. And then behind your hands, open and close your eyes and look up and down and side to side. And then lower your hands towards your chest. Place them in a prayer position if you like. Allow your gaze to lift and say a little namaste to yourself, honoring yourself for showing up and meditating together. It's for yourself, but it's also for everybody around. Collectively, we create peace here. And yeah, thank you all for being here. I just love it that you're here, and I really wish you the best for this year to come. And then think about it, every breath is actually a new moment, and every moment is a new moment. So it's exciting that it's a new year, but think about how every morning is new, and every breath is new, and every minute, every second is new. So keep that in mind. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you in 2 weeks. Namaste. Thank you, Selene. Thank you so much. Thank you.